And here on the main stage, I will call Colombia. So, building a lean culture to create value for customers. Maria Del Mar, where are you?
Hello, Thompson. How are you? I am in Colombia,
Hello,
Cali,
fine.
Colombia. It's a pleasure for me to be here. For me, it's a great experience this event. And I am project manager in Instituto Colombia. And now I would like to invite Eliana Boada. Eliana is the business
Hello.
support team leader. Hello, Eliana. She is in charge of process and projects in DSB Colombia company. She is a Colombian, happily married, with a beautiful family. Welcome, Eliana, to Link Global Connection.
Thank
How
you
are you?
very much for this great opportunity.
Okay. Ele, we can begin with a question. Are you agree?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay. The first question for you is, why is necessary to do lean in DSB company?
Okay. We, as DSV, are an international global transport and logistics services company. That means international freight forwarding. And we have a presence in more than 90 countries. So from the top, from our headquarters located in Denmark, then we have a strategy focused on people, on customers, and sustainable growth, operational excellence, and also most important is continuous improvement processes. In Colombia, we are around 650 people and we are located in different sites, different cities. So why start talking or working about lean? Our company from the corporate started talking a couple of years ago. But most important is that our strategy for growing is more related to integrations. That means merge and acquisitions with different companies. That means one DSB, we want to provide rich DNA. But on the other hand, not always you need to start improvements from red flags. I mean, not always you need to be in the bad days. We were getting excellent results. And our manager director come one day and say, we need to breaking up. We need to getting out of the comfort zone. That means revolution. And for him, it was something related to revolution and lean. Just to confirm, are you seeing my screen? Do you see my screen?
No, Ellie. Can you
Okay.
share the screen, please?
Yes, I'm going to share again. Give me 1 second. No problem. And once you
Yeah,
see my screen while in DSB, please confirm.
yeah. I can see it. We can see
Okay.
it.
So, revolution. And when we were looking for the correct word, and revolution was something that, hey, maybe you are getting the right results, the good results, but you need to start working on a different way. And lessons learned after pandemic, which is very important, that how we can be flexible, how we can make a little bit the speed process to approach the current market conditions after pandemic, and also about customer needs, because most important here is to add value to our customers. And customers industry also have a lot of changes because of pandemic, and balancing personal and digital customer interaction is very important. So that was the first step to start working, to start thinking, implementing Lean in DSB Colombia. I like this next step about roller coaster ride, because not always you start with the perfect information. Not always you are very brave and sure that everything is going to work. For us in Colombia, we started this journey last December, and we were like with fears, like paradigms. We were like, oh my God, how we are going to implement Lean in services. And then just we started looking for some examples, some informations, and there are a lot of informations from manufacturing. There are a lot of information from something related to products, but services, okay, we need to start doing. And if maybe no, we won't be the first one, but maybe there are not so much people doing this. We want to make this first step and start doing in logistics transport services. And when we start this, we have the good decision to start working with Lean Institute Colombia because we were not experts. So we need also have people already knows about how to implement different tools, about how to getting out from this comfort zone. So we started with Lean Institute and we defined a pilot. This pilot was related to invoicing speed in one specific coordination shipments from China to Colombia because we were getting there some a lot of wasted. I mean, we were delivering results for customers, but our cost, our people, the time wasted was were a little bit higher than we wanted at that point. So from pilot, we decide to involve people from different areas from DSB Colombia. That means operations people, supporting functions, even though finance and legal have very straightforward processes, they were also involved on this journey. We implemented brainstormings, meetings, workshops in order to have the clear scope what we want to approach, what we want to achieve with this pilot. And we create our first value stream mapping. And it was very interesting when we were creating the value stream mapping with the support of Lean Institute Colombia, that even though there were a lot of people with years working in DSB, not all of them have clear understanding about their impacts of each of their processes in the next steps of the process. So at this point, we were talking about, hey, we need to break silos. And what does it mean break silos? Breaking silos, creating value streams, that means that we need to start also not only working on transformation, culture transformation, lean thinking transformation, but also how we are going to provide tools, how we are going to provide um, different information, knowledge, to share knowledge in order people can implement and look for improvements in their daily tasks. But then we have egos.
Ele, I have other question for you. How
Yes,
did you handle the obstacles in this transformation process?
it's a very interesting question, and we don't have the magic answer. But the most important is that lean and change management are very close, correct? And when you have detractors, and you will always have detractors, you need to keep those people who think differently very close to the process because they will be like hard pushing you yourself to make a different approach, to try to find different ways about how we are going to start talking about problems, or maybe they are the problem, but if you not only inform them but also involve them in this transformation journey, problem solving processes, then they won't be they won't probably become promoters, but at least they will start believing on the process, in the process, in the results of this process. And going forward with our roller coaster ride and egos and breaking silos, then you need to look for sustainable results. In our journey, it has been like 10 months we started, but we figured out, listen, lessons learned from different companies, that culture is very important. But if you want to work about culture improvements, then you need to create something related with the DNA. People in your company needs to feel, needs to believe that the process, the transformation, the change management that you are handling in that moment with lean, it's very important not only for getting better results, it's also very important for provide and for to adding value to the customers at the end of the process. So one of the good things that we did during the first quarter of the year was create the Lean community. And our Lean community have a name, of course, DSB Pro Transformation. And this proactive, like be professional, doing correct the things that you need to do on your daily basics from the beginning, from the start. So this is something related to lean behaviors. And when we also were going forward with the pilot and getting short-term wins, then other areas, other processes started asking, hey, what about when we will be in on this journey about lean processes. So in these pilot results, we got some results, for example, from 11 days to 3 days average invoice speed. This is a very important improvement that we got in this specific pilot. Then also at a general level, DSO improvement. DSO is a financial KPI related to how long takes the customer for paying the bills, and we got an improvement on 1 day. But also we started doing daily management short meetings. And when I mention N1 and 2, that means with our operations, then with their supervisors, then with the operations managers, and also getting involved an escalation process when the people start believing and when the people feels confidence to start talking about problems without the fear to be pointed. So this is very also important during the process of our story, because in some cases people say, or our leaders, for example, mention that they didn't have enough time. But then looking for the lean methodologies, looking for the improvement when you have time to have a pause, to make and stop, analyze the situation, and really be focused on the root causes analysis of the problem, then maybe you can start implementing the correct actions for improvement. We also got visibility on the boards, and here we have different stories from our people in the different branches, in the different sites and offices, because the first time that Lean Institute Colombia mentioned, hey, you need to start, they were pushing up. We were okay, we don't have boards, we don't have the place where we can put the boards, because in services, it's very lean. I mean, the, the station for workstation is very lean because you only have your computer, your laptop, and you need to coordinate and you need to provide all the services throughout the systems. But we started looking for this specific place where the boards was going to be located, and then people start looking the information directly about KPIs, about results, and start talking about problems and put them how like win, what's important now, and how we are going to approach those problems that day, that specific day. And it starts like a routine. We also got the first value stream mappings, but then replicating to other processes, these workflow processes, and getting involved more branches and sites. This is for customers. It's important for our people, for our results, but this is for customers. So some of our community lean ambassadors, they were working with A3 templates. And this A3 methodology also was extended to the customers. So we have two successful cases from two customers. Sorry, one of them improvements about booking process. This is very important for our logistics services to get the on time, correct, and complete data for the booking process. We got an improvement on 80%. And also, we were working with other customers about purchase orders confirmation. In regards to time reduction, when the customer needs to confirm the PO, the purchase order, but then also when we need to send the invoice and at the end coordinate supporting functions or administrative processes during the operational workflow. So we got also improvement there. We start working with different people about data quality. In our case, Maria del Mar, as very multinational companies, we have a lot of data. I mean, a lot of systems, a lot of KPIs, a lot of statistics. Okay, we needed to organize all this information. We are working still on this because every day you have a lot of information, but you need to organize to take better decisions based on this data. So we are working on data quality. And we were also reviewing with the Lean Institute Colombia, we were receiving training, different information about how to work with the A3 templates, about how to recognize the 4 types of problems. And today we have around 35 A3 templates from different people, from different processes in our company in Colombia, focus on cost reductions, focus on on-time delivery, focus on customer needs, which is very important for us. So here I am sharing like the first photo we took when we made the kickoff, and you can see the smiley faces. Then you can see to the right the last, like the end, the closing pilot, and you can still see the smiling faces. That doesn't mean that you will always smile. That doesn't mean that you will always get positive results. But at least I can just share from our DSB Colombia experience and history is that it counts and it's very important for our operational excellence, for our people development, but at the end, for our customer satisfaction.
Interesting results, Eliana.
And it never stops because it's something related to continuous improvement. That is the reason why this is continuous building. And this
This is
continuous building come next year. And next year for 2023, we already have planned to implement Hoshin Kanri. We are not the expert. We hope to learn a lot of from the Lean Institute Colombia and from this kind of wonderful experiences about global lean connection. We also are going to implement Kaizen, and one important thing, we are trying to implement QSG integrated management systems lean. And what's important, QSG integrated management systems? Because we have a lot of standards certifications are important, very focused on quality, very focused on documents and records and traceability, track and trace. But we need to start working lean. And we need, as supporting functions like QSG, for example, we need to start working with the operations in a different way, just to not only for making simple or flexible, but also to look for adding value to our customers.
okay, Eliana. All is a process. What message or reflection would you like to share with us?
Yeah, as a roller coaster, you when you feel that maybe you are getting the correct results, don't be frustrated if the next day you have bad news or bad result. Because at the end, there are some external situations that you cannot have control on it. So that is the reason why you need to make culture. You need to work on people behaviors. You need to work on that lean lean, it should not be subjected or dependent on one specific area, one specific team. It needs to be something related to the DNA of the company. It needs to be something related to your routine, your way to make your life on your daily day, but then how you transport this on your daily work day. And other thing is like detractors are important, so involve them in the process. And the main lessons learned, okay, let's meet together, let's have one space with the different processes and break the silence. Processes are important. Each person have one responsibility on this value stream mapping, but when you start be like conscious and you understand what is your impact on the next step, on the next processes, then you will be working as a team, as a real company. At the end, for the customer, it's not the operational team, it's not only Colombia, it's not the finance team, it's DSB worldwide. Whatever you are doing is DSB for customers.
Okay, thank you, Ellie. How is this process creating value for your customers?
Yeah, most important here, people. If people behaviors are very aligned with like lean guidelines, but also principles, and if you can provide or at least build flexible processes, focus on adding value to the customers, the communication will get improvements. The communication not only inside the company, but also with our customers, because we will understand a little bit better their needs. Eliminate, combine, rearrange, simplify wastage. And that can be done on a daily basis. I mean, every time you see, okay, my tax is perfect, my process is perfect, then you can open your eyes and look to right, look to left, and see, okay, but I am not an unique or only processes, only one box. I am part, I belong to one value stream mapping. So how is the next process getting the information from me, or how do I need to get the information from the process before of this value stream mapping? So you will always have the opportunity for improvement. Recognize problems. Start talking about problems. Talking about problems is not a problem. And learning from them. Not only, okay, yes, I'm very a good person talking about problems, but learning from them in order to build a win-win relationship. So it's not only about measuring customer satisfaction, it's building with the customer dissatisfaction. We have a customer success program, very successful program at a corporate level. And when we start following the comments, the feedback from our customers at a local level in Colombia, most of the comments were focused on communication, were focused on on-time delivery or on-time communication. So if people make lean, just for example, erase the word lean, but you say behaviors. If people have real behaviors, working on, okay, if I'm going to implement to do this task correct, complete, on time from the beginning, then the customer will be happy. And what is this? This is operational excellence. But everything, all the strategies based on people. And I know that if we have maybe some of minutes, it was very not funny, but it was very wonder that there were a template which mentions, hey, here you can share a famous sentence from somebody. But for us in DSB Colombia, most important are the employees, the people. So we started asking to those people involved on the pilots, but also in our community lean, but also to our detractors and our management about the last 10 months experience, about the last 10 months feelings on this roller coaster ride. And we got some specific comments. For example, visual KPIs improve the way we understand and manage problems. And we were reflecting, we were thinking, okay, we always have KPIs, but maybe before were on a very nice dashboard in my inbox, but was not visible. So it's important to get visible the problems. Then we also get some comments about daily management short meetings, pause, stop, analyze, and then you can constantly accelerate the implementation of actions. It's more or less not start talking about problems and I have the solution. No, it's start taking the time for analyze the real root causes. We also have some comments about unlearning to learn. Simple is not bad. It's doing lead. Lean for leadership improvement is very important. Doing lean, being lean, breaking silos, always seeking to improve our technique, our style. We are building an specific DNA and a specific one DSB style. So this is very important. And on our just for finalize for end my presentation is always keep it simple, flexible, and optimal. And if you can work as this, as simple as possible, then it will be you will have more time to get focused on the real important things on your daily business days.
Thank you, Eliana, for sharing the information with us. We have some question from the audience. Let me see. Okay, how have senior management been involved?
Okay, from the top, they were involved from the beginning. We also were very lucky because our manager director in Colombia is a very lean person. But also, the most important was that we did a kickoff. We explained the process, and as soon as we started working, we were getting involved. Some of our directors here at a local level. And for next year, coming next for the next storytelling, we will have Hoshin Kanri. So we will continue working with Lean Institute Colombia in order to have the directors and the first line of managers very aligned with this transformation of Lean.
Okay. Ele, we have other question. What are the biggest challenge you meet when facing the theory versus the reality?
Okay, the biggest challenge was
The final question.
was starting. It was very. We were thinking about these improvements a couple of years ago, but when you need to decide when it's going to be day one, and once you start, every day you will find the way to implement to go to through how this roller coaster ride and make adjustments, make pilots testing and improve every time the process how you are making real this lean transformation for adding value to the customer.
Okay. Okay. It's a pleasure hard being here. Going to back with Thompson.
Okay, thank you. If you want to get more details, we also have some links to share about on Planet Lean information, details about our case of study, and also in the Institute Lean of Colombia website if you want to get more details.
Thank you so much, Ele, again.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Hey, we are back. So, Maria, now it's starting to get dark there in Cali. I can see from your window.
Okay. In West.
Yeah,
The
perfect.
sunset.
So, thank you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Eliana.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all.